My topic is future should be considered part of our educational career. So, in the fourth grade elementary school, I remember heading into San Jose on a bullet train and realizing that there was this huge building, and it was another exciting experience as my school had field trips every 3 months. Compared to that of my little brother who had little to no field trips in in his elementary school. We all know that humans start to develop at a young age, and outside factors such as field trips help with that learning stage. So a brief background on field trips. Field trips are considered educational trips as they help experienced students with a sense of independency in which they feel the sense of need in a new environment. So it's relevant to the audience as field trips are a different form of learning, such as hands-on, which in turn develops into lifelong skills. So my thesis is field trips should be considered part of our educational career. And I am going to be talking about my main points, the benefits, the cause, the benefits of field trips, the cause of declination with the field trips, and the solutions to the declination of field trips. And with that, I am going to be talking about the benefits of field trips. In an EMB article written by Roger Dow, the CEO and president of the U.S. Travel Foundation, in 2001, studies have shown that regardless of ethnicity, gender, and socioeconomic status, 87% of students have graduated high school and 67% of students have graduated college, and 95% of students have noted that field trips have made a long-lasting impact on their career and education. And another article, educational school trip article written by Stephen Lee in 2001, an educational editor has stated that because of the same knowledge that we learn in class every day, such as math and English, we should provide trips for children, and that in return leads to the communication skills such as visualization. So, for example, a teacher could relate a subject to science and relate their trip with butterflies, and that helps reinforce the idea of the subject itself. So now that I've talked about the benefits of school field trips, I am going to be talking about the cause of declination within field trips. In the Forbes article written by Natalie Wexler in 2006, a senior contributor has stated that educational policymakers have, over the last 20 years, have only focused on math and English in preparation for the SAT, also known as standardized testing for students, which they determine their intelligence based on their scores of random sections. However, we know that intelligence isn't based off of a test. And in that same article, it has stated that 20% of students who have gone on field trips have had an increase of math and English. And another article in the Guardian article written by Jivan Vaskar in 2011, an educational editor, has stated that in a survey written by teachers, teachers have over the past year, teachers have not taken their students out for a field trip, and that is only 17% of them. And 34% of them have noted that because of the lack of planning and funding and the lack of chaperones, they have not gone on a field trip, and the field trips are on the decline. So now that I've stated the causation of the declination within field trips, I am going to be talking about the solutions. So in an ACSD article written by Bruce J. Fiddle in 2010, notes that states only contribute 44% to public education. And that is because of our Secretary, Betsy DeVoe. Betsy DeVoe wants to privatize all public schools, as that leads to another problem, but we should vote for a president that elects a secretary of education that serves to the public's best interest, as we can speak up on that, as a majority of minority can vote as they are over 18. Or another solution is to do it the standard way. Is to do it the standard way, and that is to plan, to fundraise, to fundraise with the support of the community by hosting bake sales, car washes, and selling school stuff to the neighbors, such as Girl Scout cookies. And another solution we can use is to vote for Proposition 15. Proposition 15 is actually funds money into public education, which serves to the best interests of everybody. However, it costs at the tax of everybody. So now that I've stated my main points, I am going to conclude my presentation, and my main thesis is educational trips should be considered part of our educational career. And I've talked about the benefits, the causation of field trips, and the causation of declination within field trips, and the solution to the declination. And with that, if ever in the future there's still field trips, I would like to chaperone as a chaperone, and hopefully relive that memory. And with that, thank you. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, nice.